Overall, I think the set is really cool. It looks like there's a lot of interesting cards, and I do think that it will have a pretty significant impact on the metagame. There are a lot of cards that do enable or empower decks that are not necessarily particularly popular right now. I would say my top cards from the set, as far as likely to be impactful in Constructed. Tunnel Trog in Shaman, I think, is definitely one of the top cards. I would also say Bran Bronzebeard, I think, is likely to be a pretty popular and powerful card. I don't know that it's going to be impactful enough, just because it is hard to build a deck around it. But when you do play Bran in a lot of decks, it's just so powerful when you get like multiple triggers of things. Like Bran in a deck that has like just a heal bot. It's like I'll play Bran and I can play heal bot in the same turn and gain 16 life. That's a really, really powerful effect. So I expect Bran to be a pretty big player in the format overall. I really like Entomb. I think Entomb is one of the strongest cards in the set. It is a very powerful card for any kind of priest control deck. That definitely helps with a lot of the problems that control priest decks can have. Gives you a lot of ways to deal with otherwise problematic cards and helps you win fatigue wars. Probably Desert Camel is another top one. I think Desert Camel is a card that will enable pretty strongly mid-range hunter decks, which are already good, but I do think that it may even, if hunter decks with Desert Camel do become popular, it may even see people sort of rework the way that they build their decks so that they have at least a 1-drop in their decks that the Camel is able to pull out for them. Tomb Pillager is actually another card that I'm really excited about. Tomb Pillager, I should probably make a more defined list of these top cards, but Tomb Pillager is another card that I am really excited about, because I do think that it is a card that will potentially enable different types of rogue decks than we've really seen exist so far. I think that the coin off of the minion dying will fundamentally change the way that you can approach building rogue decks as far as like playing big late game minions is concerned. That's it for now. I will probably do a more detailed write-up on my website potentially with my thoughts on a lot of the cards, and probably a more defined top like 5 or 10 card list when I have more time to think about it. But I'm really excited to play with these cards. I think there's a lot of really cool things in here that will be a lot of fun to build decks around and to play with.